Hi everybody, this is Olivia from the Alexandrienne channel. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your time here. Today we are going to learn how to draw a dangled flower, which I've simply titled Red. So without further ado, let's get started. I've put the title to our project in the upper right hand corner, and all the descriptions or the things that you need to do I have listed right underneath that title, in case you missed something. But now if at any time you need more time, since you can't have me slow down, please hit the pause button, continue drawing, and then whenever you're ready, hit start. I'll be here. Okay, so the very first step on our first image here is for you to draw an oval. This oval needs to be tilted towards the left, kind of like it's aiming at the upper left hand corner, and on the right side you need to leave a space approximately in the center. Very simple and very fast. Now on to the next image. You'll notice that the oval now has three little humps attached to it. It's almost like it's three parts of an oval. One aimed towards the left, one aimed towards the right, and then one straight up in the middle. That's what needs to be drawn on the space that you left empty. That makes the little petals of the flower. If you need more time, remember to just hit pause and then play when you're ready. Now we are moving on to the design that's going to go into the body of the flower. In the first part of this, you follow the upper left side part of your large oval, which is the body of the flower, with another line on the inside, and then make a line joining those two and make it not straight down but curved concave a little bit towards the line that you just made. Okay, so if you're done with that, we'll go on to the next one, which is the center part of the design that goes inside the flower. This is what is called a two-pointed or double-pointed oval. Yes, I looked it up. Okay, put that right about in the center. And so when you do that, you can also see why I had you make that other shape with a little bit of a concave line. That way your double-pointed oval will tuck in nicely there. Okay, now if you are done with that, I'm pretty sure you know what the next step is. Yep, you're right. It's repeating the same design that you did for the first element of the design that goes on the inside of the flower, only it's kind of the opposite. You make it to where the concave section faces the double-pointed oval. I think that should be my new word for the day, or new words, double-pointed oval. I've used them my whole life that I can think of and never knew they had an official name. Until today. Yay for technology. Okay, so now we have one done flower body. And on to the next part, which is the very beginning of our dangles. What you do is you make a line just to the right of the center of the body of the flower on the bottom side. And you start going down towards your left and swirl it around, so you will be heading up and to the right. And then after you go up just a little ways, you can reference the image, then you go ahead and swirl it down and around into a swirl. That's the first part of the first dangle. Let's finish this dangle up, and you do that by creating a line right next to the first one, following the same curves, only you start this one to the left of the line you just made. And then after you do all your swirling around, when you're getting close to the end on that final swirl, you want to slowly bring that line closer and closer to the first line until they join, and then that's it. You have your very first dangle finished. And for those of you who have watched my videos previously, know that some of them I just cannot help myself but to put a little bit of whimsy or humor in there. This is one of those. Hope that's okay. Right now there's a little screen door and it says what's behind the door, and keep watching to find out. I love doing this kind of stuff. So don't click away. There's something behind the door. Okay, carrying on. Now we are going to go on to the first leaf that goes onto the flower. And what you do, reference the picture, it's a lot easier for you to understand. Start down at the bottom of the first loop from your stem and start with the leaf line that is closest to the right side. It's the one that has the soft, gentle curve. So follow that soft, gentle curve up and around, and then stop. Now pick up where you stopped and start going back down that line, only instead of keeping with a soft, gentle curve, this time, after the initial kind of swirly thing there at the top, go into scallops. They look very decorative, whimsical, and they fit right in with this image. Okay? Then you just keep scalloping, and it doesn't matter if you do the same amount of scallops I have. So finish that up, and then we'll go to the next. I also wanted to say how much I greatly appreciate everyone's support. It means a lot to me. So if you like this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post a new video. And comments. I really enjoy your comments. Thanks. Okay, now on to the next, which is one more leaf to the right of your stem. And you're going to create it pretty much the same way that you did the last stem. The inside leaf line should be smooth and kind of wrap up and around and stop after it makes part of a circle. Then you go back from that line, create a little loop, and then go into some scallops and follow that down until you join that line with your stem. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but what I am doing is I'm taking this entire flower, other than the actual flower body and petals, and turning the rest of the image into dangles, which is a lot of fun, really creative, and totally whimsical, and very easy to do. Okay, now we are going to start to decorate the inside of the leaf you just made. You can decorate these any way you like. I've chosen just a simple little design, little dot, with two kind of upside down raindrop shapes on either side of it, where the scallop comes to a point. But you can do it any way you want. This is one of those that would be fun to turn into a doodle drawing or a Zentangle type or just anything. Anyway, create your design on your right leaf. When you're done, create the similar, only opposite if it has a point of reference there, on your left leaf. And then when you are finished with that, we'll go on to the next. As I said about the leaves, the same applies to the flower. Now it's time to decorate those three little sections we made inside the body of the flower. And you can do that in any way you like. I chose little dots. They're easy to do. They tend to make it look a little recessed. And of course, I probably say this in a third of my videos, I love dots. So I chose dots. But decorate however you like. Just have fun and be creative. And remember, stop and pause if you need more time, and then just hit play again when you're ready. Now we are going to go on to one of my favorite parts, the dangles that come from inside the flower, which are the stamen, or stamens if you're talking plural. So on this first one, you want a line that comes out of the center of your flower going out and up. You can make them go straight. I made mine with a little bit of curve that goes up and out towards the left, just a little bit. But you don't have to do it that way. Do it whichever way you think looks good. And at the very tip, I put a circle. And next, I went to the left of that first stamen and created another one. It's a line that goes up and out and goes around into a swirl. And remember, reference the pictures because they say everything at a glance. You know, sometimes pictures speak 1,000 words. Okay, now do the very opposite of what you just did. Go to the right of the center line, create a swirl, but make it go off towards the right, and there you have 3. Oh, here we are with that door again. And it says, what's behind the door? Let's take a peek. Keep watching to find out more. And when I put, this is so fun, I really meant it. I enjoy this stuff. But so now you can see behind the door, I took out the screen. There's more flowers. Yay! What is going on with that? Oh, I guess we'll find out in a minute. Keep watching. Now we want to add another dangle swirl on the far left side next to your other dangle swirl. Only we want this one to come way out further and wrap around and go down so it comes close to the body of your flower. And next, you want to do the very same thing, only opposite. Go to the opposite side and make your swirl, dangle, come out, pretty far down so it gets close to the body of the flower and swirl it around. Ta-da! All done. There is your dangled flower. Pretty cool, huh? I think they look really whimsical and really cute. So now, what was that little door about? Well, I was going to ask you for your help. I am planning on making another how to draw a dangles flower, and I wanted to see which one you would like for me to do next. I have posted them here in the order from easiest, I don't want to say to hardest, maybe more complex. At least this is my idea of what would be from easiest to more complex. And I have numbered them above each flower. So I'd really appreciate it if you would take the time to comment and let me know, even if you don't put anything more than just a number, which one you would like for me to do next. And if there's no comments, I'll just pick one. But it really would be helpful if you would comment so I know which ones that you guys would like, because that's what I do this for. Okay, do you see one that you like better? Now colors, it's hard to pick one when you're not, not including the color because color influences everything. But you can make them whatever color you want. This is really more about the shapes. But like I said, it's hard to pick one without including color. Anyway, please let me know. Much appreciated. And I hope you like the screen door. That was fun. I thought it might be a good idea to do a few of these in color and talk about them a little bit, critique them a little bit, and hopefully you'll let me know your thoughts on that. And if you like going over colors and color combinations, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know, so I'll know on future videos if I should include this part or leave it out. Okay? Thanks. We have the first one that has a red flower with little blue insets and kind of a muted green with a little pink stamen on top. Color red really stands out and the blue complements it so well. And now for a quick critique of this. I think that this color combination would be a little more mature than some of the other combinations just because of the deeper hues. But if I were to say one thing that I think I would change if I were to do it over, would be the little pink stamen at the top. I think it would be better with a different color, maybe yellow, orange, I don't know. I think that pink detracts overall, but I would really like to know what you think. Do you think that color works, or do you think I'm right that it would be better a different color? If you have an opinion, let me know in the comments below. Here we have beautiful, rich blue purple color with the orange as the decoration on the inside of the flower. And those colors just bounce around. I love it. I think it looks great. Now I'd say overall this is more of an adult palette too. One of the interesting things that I think is the bold colors of the flower are not a purest color. They are muted, but slightly, whereas the leaves in the stem are very muted. It's a olive, a yellow, green. You would think that the combination of the flower and the leaves wouldn't go together that well, but I think it actually works, and it might be because the leaves are, while muted, they're still pretty bright. So, what do you think? Okay, now on to the pink one. This one's just bright. It is bright. And I've always loved pink with yellow. I don't know why, but I just think it looks good. And the little aqua colored stamen, but everything on this one is bright, which is kind of joyful. And if you're wanting to do something really fun, playful, youthful, this would be a good one to do. And lastly, I did a bright yellow one with little purple insets. And of course, they're complementary colors, so they bounce off each other quite well. And it's got a little red stamen. And the color of the leaves in this, well, every other part of the stem, is almost a minty color green. So, just thought I'd show you a few of these combinations. And I would be interested to know which you like best and why. Okay, so if you like drawing dangles and are interested in doing a dragonfly, check out the video that I just posted prior to this one. I'll leave the link below and at the end of this video. Okay, thanks. And I would like to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this and watch us all the way through, and hopefully leave comments so I know which one to make next. Please be safe. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon. Much love, Olivia.